Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are here for another episode of Cover Lovers. Guess what? We have Trish back. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. Thank you for being here. And I can't wait to get started. This is Geek, Jeff at Geek Driven, and I'm going to pass it over to Big Rob.
Hello, everybody. I'm wearing my new Los Angeles Shohei Ohtani's of Los Angeles.
That cost $700 million, or?
Yeah, we don't call them the Dodgers anymore. It's the Los Angeles Shohei Ohtani's going forward. So, yeah.
Because every team will go to his salary.
Yeah, he owns the team now, so it's so I'm happy to have him. So let's go Big Rob on IG. Follow me. And what's up, Mike?
I'm good. I'm always good to be here on a Monday after a long, shitty day of work. I guess I didn't wait the ubiquitous 5 minutes, did I? Defund us. But it is awesome to be nerdy and to have Trish back again. And Trish can actually talk about the things she couldn't talk about last week now that the official launch has happened. I'm sure we'll get to that later in the show. But I'm excited all around. I also got a little gifty in the mail from said Trish today, which was very, very nice.
I'm not jealous. I'm going to keep telling myself I'm not jealous.
Hey, if there's a book that I have that you need, just let me know.
I appreciate that, Trish. And well,
as long as it's not the yellow Super Mario Brothers.
I only have like 2 of those.
No worries.
That's not fair. Don't ask for that one.
Well, since Trish is so giving tonight, how have you been since we last saw you?
Oh my God, it's been so long, a whole week. I'm doing all right. I had a nice show on Saturday at a local show at the beach. Got to see my mom because she moved down that way. Got to see my sister. She lives down that way. So to hang out with the fam, do a little one-day show, draw some dogs. It was a good show.
Nice.
And of course, we're working toward our March 27th release of our next book, Feral.
Which you can name now.
Yay.
Feral.
All right. Well, we'll get to talk about that a little bit later. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about the book, about the upcoming new series that you're working on or you've been working on. And before we get started, though, let's get some shout outs to our sponsors. And of course, we're going to start with none other than Cover Price. So if you want to get 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents, you got to type in the code Nerdvana14. That's Nirvana14. And then you go over to Bird City Comics. Those great people over there that yellow Super Mario cover is from. And you give TNH10 and you get 10% off your purchases. That, go check them out. They've got store exclusives, regular comic books, incentives. They even got some toys. So go give our friends a shout out. And then go over to displaygeek.com. You go get yourself some protection for your toys, your Funko Pops, your action figures, your video games. And on your first purchase, you type in the code teamnerdherd and you'll get 10% off. All right. And then we'll go over to our 4 horsemen. We give a shout out to Standing Rude 1. We got Something Wong, Deanime, etc., and Glenn 2K12 from across the pond. Miss you, fellas. So hopefully we'll see you guys soon and have a happy holidays if we don't. And then going over to our resident DJ at Beats by Monster. Give him a shout out. Does all our music. And he's a great, great, great guy and collector. All right, Big Rob. What you got for us?
Ready? All right. So work with me. I do not have to do.
What up, chat?
I forgot the chat. Of course, I shouldn't forget. Sorry, my bad. We got GTK Comic here, of course, again. And then we've got Wookie Fanatic. What's going on, Sam? Happy Monday to you as well.
What's up, Wookie?
And then, Inja Binja. What's going on, Inja? Just don't behead us for saying anything about these covers, please. Okay. All right, Big Rob. I think we can start now.
All right.
Did you see my post today on IG about our show?
No.
I put the music from the Grinch.
Oh, I did not. I liked it and added it to my story, but I had it on mute when I did it, so I didn't even hear it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
One more shout out. We go over to Reef the Sea Forever. Yes, what's going on? Thank you for joining us.
All right.
It may be worth reminding everyone how we do this show, that we are brutally honest about every cover, whether we like them or whether we don't like them, because we have no spec play in the game on these. It's literally just about the art, and we can be pretty brutal. So if you're not down for that, you should leave.
Art is subjective. What I might like, you may not like, or vice versa. You know,
it's the real world. We don't coddle anybody.
Trish is worried that one day we'll hate one of her covers.
Well, you've told me when it's not been my best work.
That's true. But I mean, honestly, last week's cover is your best work. That cover is fucking fire. It won cover fire last week, and it should have.
I'm a winner.
There was no
the Darkwing Duck, right?
Yeah.
It was Naked Duck number 3. Yeah.
Yes,
Unbelievable cover. So, yes. I was so happy to finally be able to give you the win, because, you know, I said it in the article too. I said, look, you know, obviously we're friends. Obviously, you know, we agree on art pretty often, and I've had you on the list before, but I've never legitimately been able to give you the win, because they're always like a fucking Fire Perillo or some crazy fucking Selena or some
freaking
shit.
Wizards come out of nowhere, casting magic art spells on everything and just taking my thunder away.
And those artists did have covers last week, but they were not as good as that Mega Duck.
Woo! I won by default.
No, I'm saying that those artists had covers last week.
I know, I'm just
I
messing
don't
with
think
you.
Selena had a cover. Yeah, she did. She had a Dracula Rage cover last week, I think. So they all had covers. Every single one of our favorites had covers last week, including you, and yours was the best. And you deserved it.
Woo!
In my opinion, I mean, it's all my opinion.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah.
It's a good opinion.
I'm a winner.
It's a good opinion.
Yeah. If you don't agree with it, you're wrong.
What's going on, Comic You Crazy? Stopping by and go for it, Big Rob. Is that an old school Van Halen hat, Mike?
Yes, it's an original 1979 tour hat.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
That tour happened the year I was born.
Ooh,
Yep.
I have to
I
go
did not
grab.
go to this tour. First tour I saw was OU 812, but yeah, this is real.
I should go grab my
Basically,
1984
it never
Olympics
leaves the
hat.
house because it's rare. It's rare as hell. So,
All right. So remember, folks, bite what you like, and let's get this on the road.
We're doing this differently, sir?
Yeah, so work with me. I did not actually do a slideshow. This is, if you watch my Saturday morning show, it's a Saturday morning 12 bucks style. Let's do this. Working off Midtown Comics, and the first one we got is Space Usagi Death, an honor. Number 1, the cover D incentive from Jennifer L. Mayer, a variant cover, I believe, is a 1 in 25. Let me zoom in for you guys. Take a good look at this beautiful cover. And we'll start with Trish.
I love it. It's so, I mean, obviously, it's Usagi in space, but like the little bunnies. I'm just like a sucker for cute little tiny animals, but like, look at how well they're done. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm not keeping up with Usagi, you know, on the regular, but if I had to buy it, I would. If you said, like, here's this cover, do you want it? I would say, yeah. Look at these little guys.
And this, it's issue 1, so it's the 1 of 3. Mike, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I love it too. I mean, I love the take on Usagi. I think it's a great way to render him, and it's got just great dynamics. It's cute. But it's also like it also has a sort of serious feel to it at the same time. It's very ethereal, and I love a good Usagi Sakai cover. I really do. But it's really nice to see non-Sakai covers and see what other people do with the characters. It's the same reason why I really like this week's Sabrina holiday special, because the one cover, I can't remember who did it. Veronica Fish, I think maybe did it. It just doesn't look like an Archie cover, but it's fantastic. And same thing goes here, is that I love the take. I love being able to see a different artist's rendition of a character that we already know what he looks like. But in this case, I think it's really, really well done. I'd like to get my hands on a copy of this, actually.
Yeah,
I like
one. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I like the color combinations, first of all, because blue and black, is great. And blue, black, and white, great together. But like you said, ethereal, very spacey. And if you can render a good galaxy, it's a mystery to me. So, yes, do it all day.
And all those little touches of pink in there and stuff are really well done. They're really tastefully used without being like bright and in your face. But they add some really nice highlights and draw your eye into places that you probably wouldn't have had it drawn to. Little light in the hair there on his cheek, and like really nice little
it makes it warm while all that blue makes it cool.
Yeah. Agreed. It's a really classy cover. I think it's done really well.
So instead of space whales, we got space bunnies, right?
Space bunnies are much cuter.
That's for sure. I even like it, like how she made the eyes so like wide and so like just shiny, and it makes it feel even cuter than you would normally think of Usagi.
It feels like a stuffed animal, right?
Right, exactly. And I guarantee if you show any kid this and be like, I want, like immediately, because it's just.
You like this color?
We'll find out.
Test it. He loves it.
I love it.
Exactly. Thank you, Dale, for making my point.
I've proven.
Yeah, I like even the details of the stars. Like I know sometimes when you make these kind of like artwork for space, you kind of just spec like the paint over it, and then where it lands is where it lands. But I even like the touches of like the different colors within the actual stars itself. Like there's different pinks, blues, purples. I dig that because that's kind of what you see when you look into outer space. You just see that reflection from like the layer from Earth, and I know this is in space, but that's just kind of what you get. And I enjoy this cover a lot. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh.
I want to know on my end. I think even the trade dress kind of blends in well. I know it's not natural to this art, so it blends in not nicely actually. So there you go. Okay, so we're done with Usagi Jimbo here. Space Usagi Death and Honor number 1 by Jennifer L. Mayer. Go buy your covers from the local
Sam
shops.
likes it too.
All right, next we got from Peach Momoko, Masterpiece number 1. This I believe is a 1 in 10. I'm not sure. They're $15 or $13.50 on Midtown. So let's zoom in here. This is a Peach Momoko, and we'll start with Jeff.
So you can tell a little bit that it is Peach Momoko, but it's not her normal art style in the sense of, I don't see a lot of flowers and it's not bordered up. I don't know necessarily if I would say this is an incentive cover, but I like the cover. It's very anime. I don't know if Mike will like it. I don't even know if the art's that great in the first place, but I mean, I dig it. It definitely, I would watch this anime, but I don't think there's anything super special. But good for her for not doing the same thing over and over.
Very manga cover. Trish?
Yeah, I mean, I like that it's not her usual like style. I mean, you can tell it's Peach, right? You can tell. But I mean, I definitely like that there's something actually going on, like the skateboard. I'm sure that this tells a story of something to do with this character for this book. I mean, I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard any pitch for it or anything, but sometimes that's all you get is like, as an artist for a cover, they're like, oh, hey, we want you to do a cover for us. Here's a character. Draw that in your style. No direction. No, just run with it. So maybe that's all she had. But I mean, I definitely like the kind of sort of punk skater vibe that it's got. But while at the same time, being her usual stuff. I don't think that I'd buy it, but, I don't mind it. We're not mad at her.
Drink.
Oh, you already should have had a drink when I said render earlier. by the way.
And I said it too, so you know. Get it.
You guys got to catch up now.
Yep.
I mean, see, I want to build on top of what Trish said. Like, I actually can tell what the story is just from looking at the cover. At least I can assume it. I mean, obviously, it's like a teenage girl, or just living her life as a teenager. Just, I hope that's what it's about, or else this is completely off.
Well, I mean, the description should give you the pitch, but I hadn't heard of this book before just now. So,
Mike, as the Peach and Moko lover that you are, what's your opinion?
I was going to say exactly what Mike said in the chat. The Tula Latte is sort of the winner for me, although neither of them are really all that compelling. And I don't think that's the fault of either artist. I think that's just the book might not warrant itself for compelling covers. I don't really know. I don't know. It doesn't scream peach, which doesn't mean I like it less or like it more. It just seems a little pedestrian to me. The one good thing, love her or hate her, is that most of her covers scream her style, and they basically aren't mimicked easily by other artists. This one could be, and as a result, I don't really like it because it just sort of feels like this could be anybody.
well, I just saw something that I don't like about it.
What's that?
The huge tangent with that thing in the background, whatever that graphic is, and her head.
Oh.
It looks like it's sitting on top of her head.
Yeah, I don't like it when things.
If it was just a little bit behind or just a little bit away to create that space, that
You mean the light bulb?
tangent, yeah, it's making my eyeball go straight to it.
So basically, the background's like mathematics. There's a bunch of
I
math.
assume she's having an idea.
The light bulb just popped in her head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bust that thing up like a little tiny bit. Just get that space in between.
The
It just looks like
perspective
it's
of
on her
it.
head.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems a little. It doesn't. I don't know. I actually, there's a couple of peach covers I do like this week, if you can believe it. I like her blade cover.
This week,
I like her blade cover this week, and I like her Marvel Zombies cover this week.
You gotta love Peach, man. She's out there hustling.
And I don't generally like her stuff, as we all know. But
you like her more in her horror stuff, though.
I do, and that's why I like both of those. If you look at those two, you'll see that and I think that her style warrants it really nicely. Warrants, her being used for those covers very nicely. This one doesn't really do anything for me. I don't think it's her fault really either. I think probably the character and the storyline, but at the same time, it's just meh.
I do like it's very different, and I do love the math in the background. That's my 2 cents. Let's move on. Next up, we got Batman City of Madness #2, the cover C incentive by Tula Lotte. I'm assuming it's a 1 in 25. Let's zoom in, and boom. We'll start with Mike.
I like it. It has sort of a almost a Sienkiewicz-y sort of feel to it, which is interesting because there is a Sienkiewicz cover for this book as well, which I also like. This is cool. I love her layering. I sort of love her kind of blurred lines kind of style. I always do. And in this particular case, it's nice. The pinks are kind of a nice touch. It's a little busy in some places, but I mean, I think that the way that it's layered sort of takes some of the sting off of that. It's good. I don't think I would pay incentive price for it, but if this were a B cover, I might choose it. Although, let's be real, I'm never going to choose anything over Sienkiewicz. But I love Lotte's work and her use of color and layering and sort of impressionistic feel of her stuff is really good to me. So it's a good, not great to me.
I thought I'd never see pink on a Batman cover. Jeff?
I am muted. I have mixed feelings. I kind of like at first look. I kind of agree. Like I really like it, but there are some like I guess it is the busyness of it is what Mike said, and I think that kind of throws me. I really like the individual parts of it. I even like some of it later upon itself. I don't know. I don't know if this speaks to me all that much. I mean, it feels like she did a movie poster for Batman, and she did it in her own style, like off of like an homage of a poster or something. So I just don't know if I like it for 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, whatever it is. It's good artwork. I just, like I said, this part of it's just, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like that light blue on him. That's all. But I get it. It's watercolor.
Mm-hmm. Trish?
I agree with you in that I don't think I've ever seen a Batman cover with this much pink that I actually liked.
Never seen it.
I mean, it's rad. First of all, I love it when artists do what they subvert your expectation and go with like colors that don't necessarily go with that character that they've created or that they're representing here. I love that that the colors chosen really highlight Batman here, but also kind of contrast with what's going on around him. I don't know this dude. Well, this dude in the background's got this nice earring that super stands out.
Is that Robin?
I'm just like,
I don't know.
Is it Robin? Who is this guy?
He has a mask like Robin.
Yeah, he's Robin.
I mean, for all I know, it's a new Riddler.
But as if you couldn't tell, I like pink. Looks great to me. I'd buy it. I mean, I get it. I do see that it's busy. Like, the scene at the bottom and what's going on in the back. Like, I have no idea what this is all about. But, obviously, it's like, what is he? Batman in New Orleans?
Batman in New Orleans, Batman in the circus. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, what's happening here? But I like the colors. To say that it jumps out at me, it's mostly because the color combinations give me very Miami Vice vibes.
Oh gosh! Now I hear the music, the drums.
I can feel it come.
Yes.
Yeah, flamingo colors, neon pink. I can see it already.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Batman City of Madness #2 from the 2 1 in 25, I believe. Let's move on to Birds of Prey Undercover #1. One shot. This is the incentive. I believe 1 in 25 incentive by Greg Tuccini. And let's zoom in a bit. And this is more of a portrait vibe. Trish.
I mean, oh, cool. I love that the shadow is like a monster or something. I'm not sure what's going on back there, but I like the style of this a lot. I know somebody's going to say it's pretty manga, right? Because it is a little, but it looks like it because of the way the characters are dressed. Anyway, it kind of fits that style. Some of them, looks like samurai, look like a samurai and all that. I'm not familiar with the characters except for like Harley here in the front and like
Batgirl.
What's her face up there? Yeah, and Batgirl. Like I can see them.
That's Katana.
Yeah, Katana.
And
so
Sandra Kane.
But anyway, I like it. I think it's a nice scene. I don't know if I'd buy it as an incentive, but at least they don't muck it up with any disgusting, horrifying trade dress. But you can see they left room for it.
Are they at the Savage Land? Is that T-Rex? I don't know what's going on.
Wrong universe, sir. Wrong universe.
It kind of looks like a Venom almost, like a big monster, like Venom maybe.
But there's some World War I German soldiers' dead bodies down here, so I don't know what's going on. But Mike,
time jumping.
I don't. Yeah, Dale, can you please stop doing that? I don't hate it either. I like some of the artistically, I like it. But as a comic book cover, I don't like it. If that makes any sense,
It just looks like a splash panel, but I'm looking
a
at
really really good one.
Yeah, I'm looking at those plants and the rocks and I'm looking at all that stuff that takes time to.
Yeah, me too. And I'm pretty impressed by all that. Actually, I think that's pretty cool stuff. But I don't know that it feels like a cover to me, especially not an incentive cover. But it's clear that who's the artist?
The artist is Greg Tuccini.
I don't know him.
Me neither.
Me neither. Birds of Prey on the cover number 1 is what it is.
I would like to see some more work from him. That's for sure. I think he's very talented. I just don't know that this translates real well to a comic book cover. Great splash page though. Really, really talented artist, but not sure this shows it off quite like I want it to.
I feel like the characters should have more shadow on them if they've got this big shadow kind of like
light and bright. Yeah, but it's clearly watercolor and washed.
It would get muddy if he did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guess you could go back in with ink and do it, but after it's dry, obviously. But I don't know.
Jeff, do you agree?
I'm not mad at it. It's good art. I like it stylistically. I agree with Mike. I don't believe it's an incentive cover, but it's actually really good art. Almost like a Winnie the Pooh-ish kind of like style art. In
the
like
super
the
watercolory painted style.
You mean Victorian art?
Yes.
Yeah, Victorian.
So
like
I dig it.
Beatrix Potter stuff is all kind of like that, or Kate Greenway. Greenway, is that her name?
Or like those calendars do with like Dennis the Menace. So but yeah, it's okay. I just don't. It's not an incentive cover for me. So
okay, not an incentive for Jeff. Well, it's incentive prices at Midtown is $25.
DC's doing DC. That's what they do.
Greg, we'll see how it does in the future. We got more Harley here for you. Birds of Prey cover number 1. One-shot cover G incentive. Nathan Zerdy, Virgin variant cover. I know these are Mike's favorites. We'll start with Mike.
Yeah, no, they're not. And look, see, I think Zerdy has some real talent, especially for line work. But the overall, whatever you call it, the overall composition at the end of the day just feels too digital and smooth, and all this stuff starting to look like that. I don't boobs just to have boobs, and like skin just to have skin on a cover just doesn't do it for me anymore. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of covers like that, and so you got to do a little something extra. The tattoo thing is cool, but like it's like a trope that's overdone. I know that they're overdone by him, but like move on, do something else. And if he had done it once, everyone would have wanted it forever. Now that he's done it 100 times, nobody wants any of them. So you just, you kind of spoil your own thing. But Harley looks better than Katana here, but otherwise, it just looks too digital for me.
Trish,
this chick's workout routine. I wonder what it is.
Sit up.
It's airbrushing. She's too thin. This chick needs some food. Her neck is too skinny. Her waist is too thin. Plus, her face is too smooth. Her nose is the wrong angle for the way that her face is tilted. It's throwing me off. And, otherwise, it just, I like all the little hidden details in the tattoos. I think those are great. A lot of people see those and they'll just be like, oh, look, it's that version of Harley, or it's that version of that character. I know them. But at the end of the day, he's done a million of these.
Yeah, and some of the others are way better than this one, but
I'm sure there's there'll be a different version of this later.
That first one was pretty good, right? Was the Harley upside down one? Is that right? Is that the first one?
I think
one of
so.
the first ones. That was a good one.
I think there's also a traitress version of this, but I'm not sure. Jeff,
okay, so I don't want to rehash how digitally this looks, but I don't. So his artwork is fine, but I don't necessarily like the style of how Harley's head is highlighted and outlined, where it almost feels like it's not part of the background. It's not part of the whole picture itself. It just feels like it's sticking out kind of weirdly to me. And I think that just might be visual that I'm seeing a trick, but it just seems off. I love how he does tattoos. I've never had a problem with any of his tattoos as he's ever done on a character. So I just like if it's rendered correctly. It looks good. It looks like something that a nerd might have. A lot of nerds.
Is it kind
might
of
have.
like an Adam Hughes coloring effect where it's kind of like really dark on the outside lines and then
Yes.
like inside
Yes.
the
I was gonna
inside
say
of
that,
the
but I didn't wanna
outside
interrupt.
line
Yeah.
where it's kind of like soft, too soft? Like it's weird.
It's weird because it's like it's more pronounced on her than it is any of the other parts of any character or the background or anything like that. Like it just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I'm not really even sure why Hughes does it, or well, I know why Lobos does it because Hughes does it, but I mean by his own admission. But it doesn't. I don't know. My mom, who kind of taught me art when I was young, and my grandfather both were like, nothing has an outline. You got to work the shadows a little bit, work the shading a little bit instead of just drawing an outline on something. And so it always takes away from a piece, no matter how good it is. Even Hughes covers sometimes suffer from it. So that's a negative check mark for me.
I feel like he used a real baby's picture too in the back.
Yeah, that does look like a photo.
Yeah.
You're right. Geez, I didn't even see that.
Maybe it's his kid. Who knows?
That would be kind of cool, actually, if he snuck his kid onto a cover.
I actually think that's dope. Yeah, Mike says Zerdy's characters have a T-pose feel. They are almost always directly facing the viewer, and it's kind of boring.
Yeah, because it's static. It doesn't have any dynamics to it.
Always. That's why Supergirl and Power Girl are never doing anything cool.
Yeah, just standing there.
Yeah.
Or floating there.
We know they're pretty. They're superheroes. They're perfect. We get it. Let's see them do something cool. Come on.
Isn't that like, I mean, I love Zerdy's work and he's a great guy. Didn't he used to do a lot of like retailer incentive covers for books like this where the characters are super pretty and need to look super shiny and smooth?
Yep.
So, I think he's just carried it over into his normal work.
That's the store variant model. Make everything forgettable. I mean, make everything
Oof.
The same? I mean,
That's his gimmick. So you want is $50 on Midtown, still available.
Oof. Speaking of oof.
That'll be a $10 book in a month, guys. Please don't buy it.
wow. Yeah, hold up. What's this chilling?
All right. We got more Harley for you. This is DC's What's the Might Before Christmas #1. One shot, a cover C incentive by Sawawi variant cover. I believe it's the 1 in 50. Well, it's $36. That's already actually sold out on Midtown. So there you go. Christmas cover, Harley.
It's Batmite.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
I mean, it's Batmite. I guess it's got his own little like legion of fans, but this is too. It's just too anime-ish for me, or whatever that style is, where the girls have no facial features.
Manga.
Manga.
It bothers me. I don't like it. It's also a bubblegum cover too. Was she blowing a bubble or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Ben from Thursday Show will love it.
Like, let's throw all the tropes into one cover of the coloring and stuff. I think it's kind of nicely done in that way, but the rest of the cover is a big fat no to me.
Well, at least the trade dress is nice and small.
Yeah. Yeah. Take some notes, Marvel, please.
And it actually fits. Like, it actually fits the theme.
It's a good space for it, and yeah, the font is a good choice, and the color is a good choice, and wow, somebody must have been a substitute editor that day who actually knew what he was doing.
Someone knows how to lay out a comic cover.
Even the little DC is green. So cute.
That is cute.
Go ahead, Trish.
Well, I like Harley's pose and everything that she's doing. I don't like the little bat guy. He looks weird. He doesn't look like a fit. I mean, I don't like him. I'd take him out of there. The rest of the cover's beautiful.
What's his
like,
book?
Honestly, I like the style. I mean, I get it. Okay. But, like, he sucks. So, he sucks on his own book. I don't know if that's what he's supposed to look like or not. But
yeah, it is.
I like the
kind of
Harley
a-
and I like what she's doing, but he's throwing it off for me. I don't know. He's throwing it off for me.
Trish is not going to be drawing Batmite anytime soon. So, Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I would say I'm almost in total agreement with Trish. In the sense of like Batmite doesn't necessarily look like Batmite to me, even though I guess it's interpretive. So, um, he's supposed to stick out. I mean, that's just the character.
He does look weird. I just looked him up. Like he does look weird in general. But yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the comic cover. I just don't know it would be for me or that I would pick it up. But it's cool. I like the style.
Yeah.
Well, it's already sold out on Midtown, so it's definitely popular.
Well, it's also a Christmas book.
Yeah.
One shot.
And Batmite.
It's a Christmas bubblegum cover with a secondary side Batman character.
Yeah, that people kind of have a little cult following for. So there's like a lot of little niches there.
And on the cover as well.
Batmite is not on a lot of covers.
No.
At all.
Yeah,
especially incentive covers.
I admit I've got a bunch of his early covers from the whenever the hell it is, 60s.
And I can't remember the last time he got his own book.
Cool. 70s maybe. Yeah, me either. Now come to think of it.
And I think it was discount. I don't think this was a 125. I think it's a 150 probably, and it got discounted. So sold. All right, let's. You already talked, right, Jeff?
Yep.
All right, I like this one. It's Green Lantern Volume 8, number 6. This is the cover E incentive, I believe, a 125 by Michael Walsh, cardstock variant. Jeff, go ahead.
It's okay. The negative space is fine. It has that old like book cover style rendering.
Drink.
Is it what? I'm sorry, what was that?
Drink.
You said rendering.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I necessarily. Can you scroll up a little? Did I freeze?
No, you're fine. We hear you.
I scrolled up.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, it froze on my screen. I can't see his face.
Oh no. He's kind of giving me
weird.
Joker vibes.
A little bit.
Yeah, it that's why I was kind of maybe it's a little too palish, but it's fine. It's just not. I don't think it's an incentive cover either.
Jeff was tough on this one.
I also can't see it all either.
Are you operational now?
No, I literally my screen is still frozen.
Oh no.
We can hear you just fine though.
The little screens are moving below.
That's weird.
Yeah. Might have to get out and come back in.
Yeah, refresh. All right. Mike.
What up, guy?
I don't mind it. I'm a big Michael Cho fan, as I always call him, the other Cho. And a lot of his work looks like this. It utilizes negative space in a way that isn't negative space, long before the other people did it. Deo doesn't like it. But I like some of the elements of it. I like how the shadows are there within the negative space. I like the sort of galaxy stuff in the back or the cosmic stuff in the background. I sort of like the golden agey kind of feel to it overall, but yet still the overall composition somehow doesn't do it for me. I think I don't like the face of the character. That might be the thing that bothers me most. And I'm not really sure why. Maybe Jeff nailed it by saying it's too pale or something. I don't really know exactly why I don't like it, but I mean, I
think
light,
it's all that blue shadowing. The blue shadowing is what's killing
reflecting
it.
from his fist off of his face. But yeah, it could be
It might be.
Yeah, it could be that. I'm not really sure what it is I don't like. Maybe I wanted more dark in there. But either way, it's okay. For like a really good B cover, but again, not as an incentive. I really don't care about Green Lantern either, so it's a tough call for me in a lot of cases here. But but I like the style. I like this whole sort of Michael Cho-ish kind of style.
All right, Trish.
Imagine you were a silk screen artist. This would be what you come up with, the old like ink wash 4-color kind of jam.
True.
I like the pop art kind of feel, the limited color palette. I love limited color palettes if they do it right. This makes him look like a deceased man. Like he looks dead. That's a ghost. But, that's the ghost of Green Lantern. But, obviously they only had a few colors to work with, or they only gave themselves a few colors to work with.
Ooh, Sam likes it.
But I mean, I think it looks cool. I like the way the black shading is on the character. I like how it blends into the galaxy. Obviously, the planets are kind of there to break up all that negative space, and helps with the composition a bit. I dig it. I don't think I'd pay incentive price for it, but I dig it.
I dig it as well. Have you seen the new Haunted Mansion film? He'll probably belong in that film.
Right?
Space Ghost.
He belongs hanging out with the Hatbox Ghost.
I started to watch that with Deo in the room, and it was like terrifying in the first 10 minutes. I'm like, oh no, we can't do that. No.
I love the film. It's a great film.
I would like to watch it on my own, but I think it'll give my son nightmares for the rest of his life.
What movie is this again?
Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion.
All right, that was Green Lantern 6 by Michael Walsh, 1 in 25.
Space Ghost, nice. Totally right.
All right, we moving on to Wesley Dawes' Sandman #3. This is cover C incentive by Danny, a cardstock variant. This is, I believe, a 1 in 25. Let's zoom in. There's a lot to take in here, so take a good look. And 3, 2, 1, Trish.
It's giving The Exorcist.
Ooh.
Like, it's giving me the Exorcist movie poster with that dude standing there.
Yeah.
With this dude standing there in front of these buildings. I'm like, oh, that's the Exorcist. He's going to go, like, exorcise some demons. But I like the composition. I dig it. I like how gritty it feels. I mean, I love a good cityscape anyway because I literally cannot do them to save my own life. Perspectives and just the contrasting colors to make up the alleyway. These rats at the bottom. I dig it. Yeah, I think it's neat. Doesn't tell me what the issue's about or anything, but the scene is nice.
It's the Sandman. Mike.
I like it too. I also do like Danny's work. I know that she's sort of hit or miss for some people, but to me, it's all about mood. And a Sandman book should be all about mood. And I think in this case, she just nails it. I mean, I think it's just all the things that Trish just said about it. Great perspective, great environment, a really good gritty feel, cool color palette choice on the limited color that's in there. It tells story, yet it still feels like a cover. It almost has like a Ziggy Stardust homage feel to it, which is what I initially thought it was supposed to look like, but I don't think it's supposed to be that. I'm not really sure, but it almost has that feel to it, and almost the same color palette too in a lot of ways. So I like it. I might pay a little premium for it, but nothing big. I mean, Sandman books don't generally garner a whole hell of a lot of value, but I'd like to read this book. I haven't picked up any of the issues of it. I'd like to read it. I was a huge Sandman fan when I was younger. That's actually what really got me into comics. So I can go back and maybe start this from scratch and see if it's any good.
So we got Exorcist, Ziggy Stardust, and I also think Joker.
That's the Exorcist.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Joker too, of him walking down the stairs. Yeah.
Well, I got another one for you. This feels very Jack the Ripper-ish like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Oh,
I get that.
I love it. In a more modern town compared to what he would have been in London, but I mean, it gives you like it's creepy, but it's not like overly creepy. The rats obviously give you a little dirty creep factor. Just the smoke, the dark figure with the long shadow, that's really cool. yeah, I mean the art's really cool. I dig it, and this is a lot better than the other incentives that I've seen from DC today.
Excellent. All right, we got a winner. So Wesley Dodds, the Sandman, number 3. Danny incentive played for 125.
I love how most of the replies in chat are "this one's good" or "this one sucks."
Sam don't like it, but GT Key does.
I yet to piss anybody off. Too bad. All right. We got Dark Spaces Dungeon number 2, cover D incentive by Eric Nguyen. This is, I believe, a 1 in 75. Don't quote me on that. And it's sold out on Midtown.
1 in 75. Oof.
We'll start
this sold out?
Yeah. We'll start with you, Jeff.
Okay, I'm not saying it's bad artwork. I just don't know if this is worth a 1 in 75. This looks like a print. And I don't know how necessarily it's telling me anything about the story because I have no idea what it's about. It's just a kid in the woods with a portal and a bug toy. Yeah, I don't even know if that's real. So like,
you don't like his Gloworm?
Yeah, right. That's Gloworm, obviously.
That's a huge Gloworm.
Face neither.
Yeah, the creepiness part about it is the face.
Super happy he looks super happy to be there too.
No eyes.
And they have a Rob Liefeld problem because there's no feet.
That's tall grass, bro.
That's tall grass.
Mm.
The trick.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick it up for the price that it was selling for. No.
Well, somebody did. Trish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've seen this type of cover on like books like The Closet, maybe like Middle West kind of style, like kind of gritty, eerie. I'm kind of getting those type of vibes. I don't hate it, but I'm not,
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't pay whatever incentive price is, but I mean,
This is Mr. Peapod Pooper Pal.
Respect him. How dare you insult him?
Well, at least he corrected us. It's not a Gloworm.
But like The Closet was like about a kid, that had a teddy bear or something, and then that alien monster was in his closet. Like, it was. That's why I kind of get The Closet vibes from it.
This is going to be rare, though. IDW Publishing is the publisher on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1 in 75. This is not going to be a comic book, so
that's not just going to be a ghost. That's going to be a Mr. Gloworm ghost.
Yeah, if Midtown already sold it out, then that's going to be a ghost. Mike.
It's boring. I'm not interested at all in the book because of the cover. And a 1 in 75, man. I don't care how rare it is. It's not. A 1 in 75 should be a really fucking special book. For something, the cover should be really awesome. Like I think the best 1 in 75 of all time is Elektra #1, Bill Sienkiewicz, Elektra in the Rain. Like I'll never fucking forget that cover ever. It's one of the best covers in comics ever. That's what this should be, but it's not. It's okay. I mean, artistically, it's a great like title splash or something like that, but that's it. It doesn't deserve to be on a 1 in 75 cover.
There's a trade version of it. So,
well, remember the other one, the first one we looked at, the Usagi, that used the same basic color palette, but they did it so much better. Like you could make this look ethereal with a little bit more glow and brighten up those blues a little bit.
There's like no depth in it as a result.
Yeah, it kind
There's
of
some
flat.
good work. There's some good line work in it, and some
a little bit flat, a little bit muddy, kind of.
Yeah.
What's that horror movie that like has that kind of like portal from behind and it's real like flat? The glow is coming out really strong.
The Portal.
Is it like the Abyss or something like that? Or
The Mist? Yeah.
or something like that. I mean, like that would have been better. Yeah, agree with what Trish said.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually tell he tried to draw the feet, but he stopped.
He gave up.
He hid them details in that grass. Nobody's gonna look.
Wait, I can hide it? Okay.
All right, we got Sonic the Hedgehog Winter Jam #1 one-shot. The cover D incentive by Adam Bryce Thomas. This is, I believe, I want to say a 1 in 25. Don't quote me on that. Let's zoom in. And if you like snow globes, this is the book for you. Trish.
Well, I mean, who doesn't love a good snow globe cover? But it's the top of Robotnik's head. Like, that's
weird.
Kind of wild. I mean, unless his head is that shiny.
Shiny.
It's a lot of turtle wax.
It's just like Chrome Dome, and then you can see the reflection of all the characters. I mean, Sonic covers are Sonic covers, gonna Sonic, you know. It'll be a ghost if it's an incentive, because it's IDW and their retailer incentives kind of tend to whatever. But it just looks like a bunch of clip art to me. Like nobody's allowed to do anything cool with the characters on Sonic covers. Like I think that Robotnik might be the coolest version of him, there is. But if you put a model sheet up next to it, I bet you it's the exact model sheet version of him from the top. But like the background characters, I don't know who these little dudes are. Oh, Tails looks cute back there. And the bunny lady and yeah, I mean, I guess it's all right. I don't collect Sonic covers in general, but I have some.
Well, typically these are hot sellers, so I expect
they're
the same.
gross.
Well, yeah, Sonic covers. The Sonic fandom is nuts, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mike?
I don't mind it because I like the concept, but the A cover is really hard to beat this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you pull that? Is that a possibility?
Sure, we can pull up the A cover.
I just think the A cover kind of blows it away. And I know people like to collect the 1 in 10s because they're hard to get and all that kind of thing. But like, I have a problem with paying a premium for something that's inferior to the A cover. I think that's
that looks better.
Yeah,
I think it's like a goal of all Sonic artists to see how many characters they can cram onto the front of a cover.
That sounds so right.
It's just like, oh, can I get 15 characters on this cover real quick? Jesus.
I think I always want a Sonic cover to feel like those old Archie books.
Here's the B cover.
And that's not bad, but the A cover is way better, I think. But the incentive just doesn't have that feel to it, whereas the A cover does to me. Again, I like the concept. It's actually cool. I actually sort of wish it were just them in a snow globe rather than trying to, I don't know, do the extra by putting it in Robotnik's head. But still,
it's kind of wild.
It's a little bit much. And as a result, it shrinks the cooler part of the image. Like I want to see more of the scene and less of his face. So it's kind of a fail as a result of the way it had to be cropped and stuff like that. I prefer the A cover. I'd rather buy the $4 cover than this one.
Yeah, I agree. This is a fail incentive. Usually Sonic incentives are pretty good, but not this one, in my opinion. Let's move on to Marvel. We got Captain Marvel #1. This is the second print incentive by David Nakayama, DNA. The resolution is a little rough on this one, so I apologize for that. Jeff.
Okay, so I guess we won't hold the rendering against him. It's okay. It's all his poses for females almost look all the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
It gets to me sometimes because I know he's a good artist. Captain Marvel has a different face than I would normally see her have too, so it's a little bit jarring, just a little.
Yeah, it's different.
It feels very like a Rainbow Bright kind of character, or like.
Is it the hair? Is it the hair?
It has to be the hair
and the sparkles.
Yeah,
and chubby cheeks, and it's.
I wish I had a clearer image to see the details.
I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with the art. I wouldn't be an incentive cover that I would go get. So.
Yeah, it's holy shit! It's a 1 in 100. So it's
holy hell!
Second printing. That's why.
No, second printing 1 in 100. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's eBay for 81 on Midtown. So
Was this like a super key? Like what the hell?
it's a Captain Marvel #1, and they obviously did a second print. So, but Marvel's been doing the stupid incentives on second prints too. So.
I hate that. That adds to the hate of like not getting this because it's just like, why the second printing? Why incentivize for 100 copies? Like, I understand why.
Money.
Yeah, but that's the only reason.
But I don't see a lot of shops. Midtown's going to have them, but like, how many shops are actually going to have this shit on their wall?
It will be a ghost. I will agree, but I don't know if all ghosts are worth it.
Yeah, second print. I don't think there's a lot of store exclusives on the second print either. So, Mike.
I mean, you know, we all have loved Nakayama in the past, but he's sort of fallen into this pit where everything either A looks the same, or B looks a little phoned in, or C looks a little like he's capable of such great covers when he has the time, and he really can knock them out. This is just not that. And to then have Marvel money grab and do the 1 in 100 thing on a second print, and the whole thing just bothers me. Like, to have inferior art from an artist who we know is capable of greatness kind of churn out this shit and then try to money grab off of it. The whole concept just really bugs the crap out of me. This is a hard pass against all the things I hate about the comic industry right now.
Awesome.
There are tropes in this piece that make it retailer incentive, like shop exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the shine, the blurry, generic background. I wish, and as much as I love David Nakayama, he needs to change his signature or move it somewhere else or make it less like that, because it makes it the whole piece look like a sticker over this background. Like, I don't like it. It flattens the whole piece out. Like, it wrecks it compositionally. But her fist is the weirdest angle, the fist in the foreground. And I love her sparkle hair. Like, it's a weird angle, and then like the bracelet also makes her arm look kind of twisted up. But I like her outfit. I think she looks like a really badass like band member.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, marching band member for sure.
She's got to go out there and march her foot up somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Needs to march in the Black Parade.
Yeah.
Mike says it's the first appearance of the character on Captain Marvel #2. Sway variant is in this book, from what I understand. So I'm assuming I'm assuming he means the movie Captain Marvel.
No, he's saying the first appearance of
the one that's on the Sway variant, whatever character that is.
Yeah, wait till that price comes down. Still chilling. Wait till that price comes down. Give it a couple of months. It'll be $10.
Smart, chilling. Yeah, smart.
I mean, his Wednesday Addams Zenoscope cover is still the best cover I think he's ever done.
All right, I agree. Let's move on to Daredevil Gang War #1, the cover D incentive by Pablo Villalobos. And I'm going to start with you, Jeff.
Actually, I like this one. I might have some minor issues with like certain placements of stuff, but I actually kind of dig this one. I like the outfit. Background's a little generic-y, but it's uninspired. But the character itself, at least it's not overly static. It's got some movement there with the material, and I just don't know if I like the placements of the size. That's all.
I'm gonna make sure she isn't poking herself in the forehead.
I feel like she's already doing it.
Right there. I just want to just interject real quick. For me personally, this is probably my least favorite Villalobos cover. It seems not like his style. It seems like somebody else drew it, was trying to imitate him. It's very cartoonish almost.
Yeah,
and it doesn't fit him somehow, and it just seems a little too clean. The outline's too strong, and plus it has an atrocious fucking Daredevil trade dress. I hate that trade dress.
Which, by the way, an update from last week, everyone. That Bullseye cover that we talked about, I contacted the artist Harvey, and the full art, the non-cropped art of that beautiful, beautiful piece. So stay tuned and check out his Instagram for more info as it comes, because I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to buy one. He said he'd keep me posted. So as soon as I know that they're available, I will let all of you fine folks out there in the cosmos also know.
Well, go ahead, Mike. What do you think on this
Big
one?
Rob, before you go to Mike, do you feel like it's got like that little bit of what if animation look to it?
100%.
Okay.
I get that.
Sorry, Mike.
Go for it.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. I agree. It's probably not his best work. I don't dislike the cover overall. It feels a little bit more like a Terry Dodson cover to me.
Yeah, it does.
Which is fine. I like Terry's work as well. But for me, the cover for this book, which is there's also an incentive of, is the AKA cover. There's a great. Is that the next book that you're going to show?
Yep.
Oh, well, then let's just move to that because it's a better cover.
Well, hang on.
Before we do that,
I'm so sorry. I will pause. I will pause.
Okay, so the backlighting makes her look a little skinny.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he inks his backgrounds the way I do, super sloppy. Look at this line work back here on the scarf with where the background kind of runs over it a bit in the dude inks like me, fast and loose. I gotta at least, because I go back and I fix those things where lines will cross over into pieces because it'll flatten it out. And up here, where the kind of side of the water tower crosses under the scarf, there's a little bit of line work that's kind of sloppy.
Ooh, busted.
I was like, oh snap, man's is using a real thick brush.
The color is fucked up too. Look, he just drew the gray in with the sky right here.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, you can tell when someone's rushing, or if they're not or if he uses a colorist and not he doesn't do it himself. Sometimes a colorist will have trouble determining what your background, what your lines actually are doing. I always proof my stuff, but that's an actual line. That's the line of the water tower. It looks like, but if you look, yeah. Mans was on some coffee too while he was lining like me. I have to use a line stabilizer sometimes because my hands shake so much. But yeah, it's definitely line work is too strong on the character on the outside, edges that whole Adam Hughes effect. Not my favorite. And that trade dress, boo.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't mind the Daredevil trade dress. I just mind it being fucking huge.
Oh, and
I mind it taking up a third of the cover.
Yeah. And the fact that last week they made it even bigger in the final rather than leaving it. I mean, geez, it was big enough as it was.
I do mind the trade. I hate the fucking font. This shit sucks.
But it's old school. I mean, it's the same font they've been using since like the 80s or 90s. So, I mean,
yeah, but they could reduce the size of that bitch like 25%.
Yeah.
It would probably be okay.
They really need to.
Go minimal.
Like anybody can't read it.
Yeah, go minimal.
And then they have to cut off part of it anyway at the end of the day.
It's so big that Daredevil can see it, right?
Yeah, it's not good. Not good. Let's move on to the better cover, can we?
Yes.
Please.
Oh, jeez.
All right, you got Daredevil Gang of War #1 cover Ian Sennett by AKA Electron version cover. This is a 1 in 100, so $90 at Midtown. Boom.
But there is a trade dress version of this art if you like it and don't want to pay that. So
yeah, but look at that. That's a mood. Like, look at her face.
Yeah.
Mood. Look at those colors.
I mean, there's definitely some weird proportional problems going on with the anatomy, but it's stylistic and impressionistic, and I like that. I like the sort of, I don't know, I just like the sort of the blocky kind of style to it. Kind of has that I don't even really know what to call it. Trish, you probably know better than I do, but I don't know. I like it. I like the mood on the face. I like the hair stylistically. I do like some of the strange anatomical choices.
You got Sam.
I like the sort of how the sai is flattened out on her knee. The katana's a little weird in the front, but I realize that's providing depth and some space between her, giving it layers and pushing her back in the concept in the composition. Oh my god, dude! I know.
It's
cool.
giant.
It's not whispering when you yell whisper in my ear.
Whisper.
I don't like this one. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is a far superior cover, and I'm happy that there is a trade version of it. You know, I like the art enough where I think I'll try to pick up the $4 version because I'm not going to pay 1 in 100 prices for this, but it definitely feels like an incentive. It has the right kind of, I don't know, look to it, and I do like it stylistically.
It's almost like the skinny John Romita Jr. Trish.
See, like here is where you would see like use of the thicker outline. If this particular artist used outlines, because you can't really, like, their pencil work is super fine, but like on that front katana where it's kind of, you know, creating depth, you would use a thicker outline around that to kind of create that because it's closer to you. It's closer to you, and it would be, you know, you would see the stronger lines. But this artist doesn't render that way. Yes, I said it.
Everyone's drinking a lot tonight.
We are. We're gonna be wasted. If I wasn't just drinking ice water, y'all, I'm
in my second glass of bourbon here.
Oh man!
in my Christmas vacation cup, if anyone.
I know your Christmas.
I got the reference. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, even like, you know, there are some ladies whose arms bend that way. Mine doesn't. I'm looking straight at it. That way. Like,
your elbows don't do this?
I think it's nope. That's a double jointed arm or a broken arm. This poor lady. This poor Electra. But I like the reflection in the blood or water or whatever liquid. I like the limited color palette, mood. I thought, you know, with the color of her skin here, this could like be a Vampirella cover.
It's kind of got like an Eon Flux kind of a feel to it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Hair,
my thunder.
Stole the thunder.
Oh, stolen.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Those
Go
books
for
are
it.
not big enough for Vampirella, though.
No, she's definitely got enough up. She doesn't have enough upstairs for that.
Almost feel like the shoulder's a little off, though. But Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I agree with Mike. It does have that Ian Flux feel to it. Not all the way stylistically there, but almost. Especially with the hair. I dig it. It's definitely better than the last cover. And would be worth getting for sure. This is definitely slightly different than what you normally see on a cover. Honestly, I like how the red and black just goes. I even like that there's no background. It's just completely blank, dark, black. And this is gonna be a hard cover to get in 9.8.
Oh boy, is it ever!
Oh,
yeah, nightmare, super nightmare.
On the 1 in 100, I like to see that.
You're not gonna have many chances to get a 9.8.
You're not gonna have many chances to get it. Period. There's only a couple on eBay. One's $225.
You better get this $90 one if you.
Yeah, it's $90 on Midtown. So
I mean, if you're in the market for Daredevil Gang War #1,
I don't really mind it. The trade dress doesn't look too bad, actually.
Yeah, but this, at least the incentive doesn't have the trade dress on it.
No,
I mean,
I don't mind it quite as much as Rob does.
Oh,
it might be worth $100 then if no trade dress.
I think the versions of the red would be too wild. Like the Daredevil red for the logo would just be so drastic.
That's what it is.
Yes.
It's the red.
This is true chilling. Save your money and get the trade dress. That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
The art's still on there.
What if the $4 one? The trade dress is half the cover.
Dale likes this one.
She's this big. She's like this big, and the trade dress is a third of the cover.
It is. It is. It's basically. Well,
No!
You don't see the hair.
And actually, none of these are in hand, so who knows what it actually ended up looking like? Did they do the same thing they did to that lovely
bullseye one? Let's just shake our heads.
All right, so we're done with this one. We're going to move on to Immortal Thor number 5, cover D incentive by Felipe Masavera. Variant cover is up, I believe, 125. Don't quote me on that. Maybe 110. It's $15, $13.50 discount on Midtown. Let's zoom in here. And Trish, what do you think?
Shiny. That is epic. Image airbrushed on the side of a van.
Yeah.
Shiny.
He went to the school of Mark Brooks.
Yeah.
Or Alex.
Or
Ross.
Alex Ross. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look at
Before we
this Thor.
introduce-
He's so shiny. I mean, I like this style. I think it's neat. It's definitely cool to look
Absolutely.
at. I mean, compositionally, it's kind of weird, but
Not Sam.
you know, I mean, it's vintage feeling. It feels definitely like super vintage.
Yeah, Thor. All
For
right,
him.
Jeff.
Okay, so for the most part, I like it. I just feel like the perspective, it makes Thor a little bit, maybe it's just the cape, so I can't see it, but he just looks flatter.
Well, I think it's because Storm's doing all this dynamic stuff with her hands.
Yes.
And
That
I almost
might
thought
be
she
it.
only had 3 fingers there for a second, but then I was like, oh, wait, she got one bent down.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird too, but yeah, okay, I see it now. It's good. I don't know if I would actually go get this cover. That'd be a cool damn poster for sure. Yeah, it's fine. I don't like it as much as Trish does, but it's good.
Shiny.
It is very shiny.
You know, my ADD kicks in sometimes, and I'm like, ooh, shiny.
Mike.
So I like it. I like it for all the nostalgic reasons. It has that Alex Ross feel, which I like, both the coloring and the rendering. Drink, and it clearly Masafera is a Ross disciple, much like Lobos is a Hughes disciple. And Ross has a cover for this book this week, and this one's better than the Ross, which is really rare. I really like it. It sort of has that sort of Marvel Masterpieces feel to it, which, you know, I'm kind of a sucker for. The problem is that it's an incentive, and it doesn't. I think maybe we're spoiled by Alex Ross on these covers, that we feel like we should be able to get these for $4 or $5 rather than, you know, whatever the hell this thing's going to cost. So from a premium standpoint, I wouldn't pay a premium, but I do like the cover, and it sort of has the feels for me. But I realize this won't be for a lot of people.
But you're talking about Marvel Masterpiece there, Mike. Did you see the Marvel Masterpiece covers on the FOC this week?
I did not. No.
Yeah, there's some. They literally lifted the Marvel Masterpiece art from the trading cards onto some covers on the FOC this week.
They've done that before. They did a Juiceco set. Are they all Juiceco again? Are they Juiceco again, or are they somebody else?
Yeah, I believe it's Masterpiece. What year is that? It might have been 93 or 94. I'm not sure what year it was, but I think it was a Spider-Man. Can't remember which. There's 3 of them this week, though.
Okay. I have to check those out.
Mm-hmm.
That Storm is pretty badass, though.
It is. Yeah, that's the best part of the cover. Not that there's anything wrong with the Thor, but I think the Storm is. I kind of wish it were just Storm.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I think with like the perspective, like Thor doesn't look right. He looks kind of flat.
He does look a little flat. Yeah. Although I find that's Masafera does that a lot on a lot of his covers. So maybe that's just a thing.
Well, it's $13.50 at Midtown, so it's pretty cheap right now. So
it is pretty cheap. Triple cover. That's not terrible.
All right, let's move on to Moon Knight, Volume 9, number 30, cover and eye incentive. This has been Elizabeth Torque. Another cheap book, $13.50, and let's take a look. Mike.
I thought long and hard about this one. I looked at it yesterday when I was writing the article, and I don't like it. At first I did. Like, I was drawn right to it. And then I looked a little closer, and there's lots of things I don't like about it. I don't know. First of all, the sort of straight-on shot, I don't dig that in general. His chest area and all that's way too wide to me. And I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It just feels too sort of flat and non-dynamic, whatever the word is for that. Undynamic, dynamicless.
Well, this is like a coffin shot, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, it's very symmetrical.
yeah,
And then
that's my problem.
I mean, with the odd like snake here or there to kind of break up, and the odd piece of fabric to kind of break up that symmetry. I like the colors. I like the contrast from the background of the foreground, if that's anything positive to kind of put to this. But yeah, I definitely do see like his chest looks a little narrow, honestly. His arms look huge, and his chest looks a little kind of. But he is bound, so I don't know. Looks like an interior panel almost.
There's a pretty cool regular cover for this. I think it's Morris is the artist, if I'm not mistaken, that I like a lot better than this one.
Morris, you say?
Yeah, I think it's Morris, if I remember right.
Oh, I don't see it, but okay.
Let's see. It's cover G. Cover G.
Well, go ahead. Who's next?
Jeff.
I'll look.
Okay. I kind of agree with still chilling. Yeah, it would probably hit more if it was October. And definitely looks like that vampire series or that Dead series that DC was doing. But I was like, wait, what cover are we talking about now? I think it lacks a little bit of depth.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like a trading card.
Yeah, it's like this. I'm probably gonna steal Big Rob's thunder, but it's like a Scarecrow / Mumra wannabe.
Mumra. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not dynamic enough, and the art is it could be there. I think it's just like I said, it lacks depth, and there's some issues with the size and certain aspects of the character. So yeah, I'd pass easily.
I think the snakes look cool.
You said Morris?
Yeah, I think it's cover G.
Yeah, I found it. I got it right here for you.
With the baby on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's an open order.
That's kind of cool.
It took me like 10 seconds to realize that was what was happening here. Whoa.
By the way,
And
there's
people are pulling him in through the mouth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's pretty creepy.
7,
This is a much scarier cover than.
Yeah, this is cooler.
11, 12. There's also a Sienkiewicz, you know that, Mike, right?
Yeah, I do. But I think this is the best cover for it. I know. I'm going to go. I'm going to lose my Sienkiewicz fan card.
You're going to have to take your card.
I know.
There's Sienkiewicz.
I own 4 original Sienkiewicz's. I think I'm good.
It's a 1 in 200. It's $225.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Woo!
So that's an easy no for me.
It's not even that.
I mean, it's not even that good in comparison to the other one.
Well, in comparison, I mean, if you're going to spend money on a Sienkiewicz Moon Knight, you're going to buy the one on the throne.
Right.
Yes.
Whatever year that was, 2005 or 8, 12, whatever fucking year it was.
Okay.
There are 12 covers on this particular issue number.
What? Why?
Jeez. Why?
One like number 30 or whatever this is? Or 9 or whatever it is?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, no,
30.
30. I'm sorry, 30.
Oh, the rumor is that Moon Knight bites it. Okay, got it.
Oh.
Oh, so it's a big book then.
Not really. It's Marvel and comic books, and yeah.
He's down forever, Jeff.
Nobody
Gone
dies
forever.
for real.
No one kills off my characters.
He's already kind of dead. Anyway.
I was going to say.
Kind of true.
Yeah, then
Kind of true.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Spider-Man Smash. That's kind of weird name. Number 1 cover.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Torquay. I believe it's a 1 in 10, 1 in 15. I can't tell, but let's take a look. It does have some sort of a filter on top of it. Makes it a little more, what do you call it, parchment paper, canvas vibe to it. We had a canvas. So,
I like the screen tone shading too in the background. I think that's neat.
So go ahead, Trish.
Okay. I like the colors. Her toes look painfully bent, but I know she's a ballerina, so you know. I like her face. Like, you know, it doesn't look like your typical, like how people draw her. You know, the usual straight on, like baby doll face. That's wild looking. I like the cars in the background. I like the action that's happening. You know, she actually did something in the background. Like, holy shit! Like Spider Gwen's doing something. I don't like the title of this book. I think it's.
You wouldn't smash, Trish?
Does she team up with the Hulk in this? I really hope. But anyway, yeah, no, I like it. I think it looks good. You don't see a lot of people, and plus her outfit looks like it has texture. It's not all smooth and super shiny. It's shiny, but it's not super shiny. So, I mean, I dig it.
Okay, Mike, will you smash one?
No, because isn't she like 13 or some shit? Like that?
She might be 15
on this one.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what version, but I like the fact that there's action going on. There's like a scene, you know, there's some context here, but at the end of the day, I think there should be a little bit more contrast between her and the background. I think the colors sort of all mesh together a little bit too much for me. But I do like it. I mean, I think line work wise, it's a really solid cover. I'm a little over the crazy Spidey pose thing. And I sort of have been since like the 90s. But at the end of the day, I dig the character. I think she's cool and has some real staying power.
I mean, at least they didn't go like super booty, and then like the arm perspective isn't horrifying. Like, right. You know, it's there's some positives here. And I understand what you're saying, though.
And I do like the perspective work. I mean, I think that's done really well. I kind of want a little bit more separation between the character and the background, at least colorization wise. But I dig the cover. I think it's a good, solid like A or B cover. But I don't know that it's. I don't know that it's insane.
Trish, there's a bloodhound right there.
Yeah, see, there's a dog. It automatically wins cover of the week.
Oh boy,
there's a tiny dog.
It's a hound. Jeff.
It's okay. I agree. I do like the line work. I like the filter. Again, I like it that it's dynamic. Agree with Trish. It's not a baby doll face, Spider Gwen. So it's got a lot of things going for it. The background's perfectly fine. It's not some blank or
and the cost
like no effort. So I can't get over the title.
You wouldn't smash?
It's just a bad call.
And
the smash, like the letter typing of that is just so blah, plain.
It's
like MASH.
It looks like MASH. Yeah.
Does she turn into the Hulk? Like, what? This has to have something to do with the Hulk.
It either shows that they're out of touch with modern parlance or they're classless. One or the other. Like
it could be both.
Either way, it doesn't
all
matter.
Right.
It's in bad taste.
You'll never guess what's the story about.
Oh God, what is it about?
It's about music. It's about a band. I think she's the drummer.
Oh boy!
Is Smash like the name of their band?
It says Mary Jane are off on a 4-city tour. The Mary Janes are off on a 4-city tour as opening act one of the Earth 65's biggest rock bands. Gwen has promised the band that the big break will be all about music, not web slinging, just drums. But when the mysterious assassin targets the headliner, Gwen begins to wonder how she got off this gig in the first place.
Featuring new
that's a
versions of
fail.
your favorite characters.
What a
Yeah.
fail on the title. Would have never got that. No one got it.
So Smash has to do with the drums.
Well,
Gotcha.
this says the incentive. I don't cover A, so I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't see it down here, but maybe they have more music theme. So
Terrible
Late
concept.
night. What's going on? Thank you for dropping by. I don't know if we're gonna do a top covers of the year. We'll see. And hi Trish.
Ooh, top covers of the year. Could we even do that?
That's a
I
lot.
wouldn't
so
mind
many.
doing that.
That's
But
a lot of work.
we only got 2 weeks left.
That's about 6 hours on the front of the
That's a
computer.
6-hour show.
No, we got to make it 10 covers. Just do it. Do
Yeah.
it as our.
No,
our
I'm saying trying to decide and gather all the covers and make a decision. That's about a 6-hour project right there.
Yeah, it would be hard to do.
Yeah, we have jobs.
I mean, I think we could do it.
It's not
Yeah.
impossible. It'd be something like whoever's going to do the show that night. We just all pick a certain amount of covers, and then we all decide amongst those covers.
Just go back through our old slideshows. It would only take a couple hours.
All right,
Get on that, Alonzo.
We'll think about it late night.
Alonzo, I'm busy. So there you go. Elizabeth Torquay, variant cover, 1 in 10. All right. Elizabeth Moore, Spider-Gwen. Sorry, here's Spider-Man Smash #1. This is the Ivan Tao version cover, 1 in
boy.
100. Once again, apologize. Resolution is a little off on this one too. Jeff, Spider-Man.
Mhm. Who drew this?
Ivan Tao.
Oh, interesting.
I guess Miles helped them kill Spider-Man off. So
I mean, I like how he drew the characters. I like that classic, the more classic looks of them. But I don't know. Like I don't think I like it overall. Yeah, it just doesn't. It feels like an internal page, splash page. So yeah, I don't. A really good one, but yeah, I wouldn't buy this as an incentive cover. It looks like a store exclusive too.
I was just gonna say that. Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, she's
Then
so
Ivan Tao-
shiny. She's
then
so
Tao
shiny.
started in the store exclusives. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just store exclusives, dude. There's some foreshortening weirdness on her leg, on her back leg.
Yes.
There's because you should still be able to see part of it. So like, there's some pose weirdness happening there.
She's missing a leg.
Yeah,
missing a whole foot.
yeah, she's like a whole amputee. This lady, but this doesn't.
Oh my god! Look at the tongue.
Oh my god! I can't unsee that ever again.
Oh no.
It's salty.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a no for chilling.
Oh.
Yeah. This is yeah. No. Nope. I think that most people, when they draw Spidey books, only look for reasons to draw Venom. And this makes Venom look like he's doing something weird. So
We're being too nice tonight.
Yeah.
This cover sucks.
It's not wrong.
thank you, Mike. Let's see. When I need blatant honesty, I come to Mike
Yep.
for me blatant honesty. As an artist myself, I kind of try to temper that a little bit. But I wouldn't buy this.
Let's not try to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I
For
usually stand
$90
up.
damn dollars? Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, it's a 1 in 100, so it's discounted $10.
I usually stand up for Tao, but this is not one of those times.
That's a retailer incentive cover if I ever did see one.
Yeah, and not a good one.
It reeks of I didn't proof this image before I sent it out. Due to some very weird tangents.
And Tao's style, I get it. It's very polarizing, but
But I also feel for like a Tao cover, it's missing some rendering.
a lot of it.
I mean,
He
yeah.
didn't put his trademark shiny shinies all over everything.
The colors all feel like they came straight out of a Crayola marker box. They don't feel like there's.
Well,
any...
I mean, I blame that on the resolution too.
It could be that,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, remember
It probably got eaten up by some JPEG compression.
Yeah, the compression fucked this one up. So I'm not sure I was going to look at the end. And it says Virgin, so there's no barcode, no trade dress. Marvel,
they'll be there. They're there.
When it looks like she's just like la, while Spider-Man's laying there freaking dead.
This is a Virgin, so now that's to be on the cover. We'll see.
It does.
She's super happy about it, like she's dancing.
She's jumping for joy.
Woo.
So are we done with this, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 more to go. I got Beyond Real #1, cover F, variant by Jorge Corona, alternate premium cover. This is $80.99 on Midtown Comics. There is another one with a trade dress. Here's the one with the trade dress, real quick. This little image right there. But let's look at the Virgin. Trish.
It's definitely interesting. I like the character. I like the design of the woman's face. Eyes are a little strange. I don't know what this book is about. Looks psychedelic. There's a fork.
Sam put 3 thumbs down.
And a plate. Like, I don't know what this book is about. I don't know why this would be an incentive, you know?
Unreal.
A $90 incentive. It does look a little unreal. At least it doesn't look like he just used a symmetry tool on this woman's face, because there is some balance issue.
Here's the trade dress version, just so you guys curious. So it has all the side quality.
Wait, the trade dress is $25?
Yeah, this is also an incentive. So there is cover A's and cover B's, but it's weird how they label it. They call it a premium cover.
Interesting.
Because there is other ones, just regular prices.
Like a regular A or regular B.
There's even a free version of it. So
wow.
So yeah, the big cover.
How good is it if there's a version that they're giving away?
I think it's like an ash can.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess that makes
free with purchase.
Yeah,
that's probably why the premium cover or the Virgin variant costs so much. But like, you know, at least it looks very obvious that this person doesn't look like they just used the symmetry tool. I mean, it kind of does, but I don't know. I like the colors. I think they're kind of trippy. Again, pretty psychedelic.
I don't know what's going on.
Do not try to bend the fork. Only realize the truth. That there is no fork. And then you'll realize that the fork isn't what bends. It's only yourself.
Beyond Real. There you go. One weird note that the team's names are on the side here. I don't know why, but that's kind of weird.
I'm sure I butchered that quote. But
also, you can't friggin' like read it because they kind of clash with the background there.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a typo error or just the early image of this cover, and they may have got rid of it in the actual print. But it's on there.
There might have been like trade dress that they didn't take off.
Yeah. Mike.
This is a no for me. I think it's just like Trish said, there are some things about it that I like, and I always like when an artist has a very distinctive style, and the facial features are a very distinctive style here, and there's some very dramatic is not the right word, but hell, vocabulary is toast at this hour for me, but the colors are cool, I guess, but again, it doesn't really do enough for me to warrant anywhere near that kind of price tag. That's for sure. I know nothing about the book. This particular image doesn't interest me enough to make me want to be interested enough, if that makes any sense. The overall impact of the cover is kind of nice, and I could see like if this book became something awesome, people would go back and want this one. But it's kind of meh to me overall. First of all, I'm a little over just like a face shot thing. Like, show me a little bit more about what's going on in the book. The fork. I mean, I made the Matrix quote joke because that's the coolest thing about the cover. I'm the most interested in the damn fork. Which
someone is hungry.
Which I feel like I shouldn't be. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just kind of, it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. So they're all kind of mysterious covers here. They're not. No one really telling much.
What's GT Key like over there? Zenoscope Grim Fairy Tales presents Grim Universe Quarterly.
I'm talking about the cover B on that one.
Mhm.
Holiday Special cover B. Ortiz.
Well, I am guaranteeing Mr. Mike's going to go check that out.
I'm gonna go check it out right now. Yeah.
That's why all the
So it seems
covers are
like
all
that
Huh?
character seems to be repeated across all the covers, so that's obviously a character from the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Main character for sure.
female protagonist, and it all seems very weird dimension traveling thing going on here. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let's move on here from Beyond Real to Zawa and the Belly of the Beast #2, cover D incentive by Sweeney Boo. This is a 1 in 25, and we like food. This is for you, Trish.
Really?
I mean, I like Sweeney Boo usually, but this is kind of, I don't know. The outline's kind of too light in places and not light enough in others. It blends too weird. I like all the fruit stuff and the food. That stuff looks cool. The character looks a little wild. She drew feet. Props.
And good perspective.
Yeah, in good perspective on the feet. But otherwise, I don't know this character. I don't know what this book's about. So, got a lot of hair.
And you like her hair? What's going on?
Got a lot of hair. The outlines are basically white or light, like super light. And that kind of always throws me off. Mostly because the toon artist in me likes a darker outline or a more saturated color outline. Like the Disney artist in me likes a more saturated.
There's like a blue outline to her.
Yeah, and then that drop shadow kind of effect is meh.
All right, Jeff.
The fruits look like the fruits on the Willy Wonka wallpaper.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
I love it. It is the best part of the whole cover.
Chocolate.
So yeah, I would pass on this. I don't know if I necessarily like the design of the character itself. And just the highlights are just whatever. I don't think it's doing anything positive for me. So yeah, I would pass on this. Fruits though, I just want to lick the paper.
Scratch and sniff.
Yes.
Is it all three there, Mike?
Yeah, exactly the same. I don't even need to say anything else. I would agree with every comment said.
There you go. It's a fail for all three, but you get it for $22.50 in Midtown. Well, this was really technically the last cover. I just wanted to bring this one up. There is an incentive for Star Wars: High Republic Shadows of Starlight 3, but it's a spoiler variant, so they don't want to show us.
No, you gotta say your piece on what this cover is. No, I'm just kidding.
Gorgeous, minimalistic.
It's sold out for $35. It's a $125. So.
Love the font they used on the word spoiler.
Yeah.
I understand why it would sell out. Just on speculation alone. If it's a spoiler, then maybe that's the first time that character's on the cover.
Bella, Setafar, Jedi Knight. Many Jedi Knights were lost in the fall of Starlight Beacon, lost their way after the disaster. Doesn't really say. Doesn't look like it.
It's been leaked. Sir?
Oh, yeah? Who is it?
Awesome
Fanatic?
He says the cover is awesome.
Oh, yeah?
So James?
And
it's existing character, so well.
Well, let's see if maybe the cover's still awesome, so who gives a shit?
It probably just spoils what's in the issue.
Star Wars covers have sucked monkey balls lately, so
oh my
it's nice to
God.
finally get a good cover.
I just feature them all being like action figure variants where it's kind of like, oh, look, I took a picture of it with this red light on it. That's scary, right?
I am searching right now. So give me 1 minute.
Second part of the High Republic, the new High Republic stuff. Oh my God, those set of covers were atrocious.
Sorry, 1 sec.
And this is a 1 per customer variant.
Is this it? Well, that's 4. Shit. Sorry, I can't find it. I can't. What happened?
Well, you're looking for it.
Yep. Sorry, you have to go Google yourself. I've got all day, so let's stop there. That was it.
Woohoo!
Woo. We
Right,
did
Let's
it.
get to the real meat of this, Trish.
Yeah.
Right to you.
We
Do you
can
have
finally talk about Feral a bit. Yay. Okay,
Yay.
so it's super cool. I think everybody will like it. So basically we did Stray Dogs, right? Then we just said, what is the exact polar opposite of Stray Dogs? So instead of having a story that's kind of contained inside of a house where you've got, it's basically a bottle episode and you got to get out, you're in the world and everything is out to get you. And that's, I think, to me more scary than being trapped somewhere. I don't know. But it's like The Walking Dead meets the Aristocats or something.
Yes.
Like the story is crazy. It's first issue's, gonna build the little world that they're kind of in and to set up the situation. Pretty good. It sets it up, I think. We meet these characters. We've got there's 5 preview pages up, I think. It establishes, our 3 main cats. And we do not treat the people with any reverence in this world. Don't get attached to any of those guys.
We're Game of Throning them.
We already know the people suck. So, I mean, look, the little ambulance they were in is upside down.
That's cool.
We're doing, obviously, the first issue. We're going to do the horror movie cover variants again.
That's cool.
So, and I think I love the way Tony does these because he always does such a good job with the like fonts and the wording and the placement of everything. I think that's really cool. We're going to have some sweet artists doing some incentive covers, I think, for us. I think the first one might be Katie Cook. Don't quote me. I have no idea. I haven't seen them yet. I can't wait. I want to see what everybody comes up with. But, our first issue is going to come out March 27th. I'm not sure when it's going to be in like previews for solicits and all, but hopefully we'll get some shops to do some exclusives and, bring that Stray Dogs magic back to comics again. But it's the whole team. It's the whole team that brought Stray Dogs to life. It's all of us. Tony wrote it. I'm on characters. Tone's doing the background layouts, and Brad's doing the colors.
I can't wait to read this. I can't wait to see all those cool homage covers. I can't wait.
But even like our A and B cover or our A covers are like super interesting. Like this is our A cover, and we always, I think what we've done or what we've learned to do is like our kind of gimmick is make it look like an old time, like a horror movie book. We've got that classic kind of horror movie font styling for the title, and then our gimmick is to add a splash of red to the A covers. And then, who knows what'll happen if things. I want people to receive it as well as I am. Because when I got Stray Dogs, Stray Dogs was a fully developed idea when it came to me. I had more input on this, on Feral, like in its development stages. And, I've gone so far as to even like write my own kind of little bits and slip them to Tony, like fit this bit in if we need to like lighten a mood or something. Cause I'm good at gags and jokes. Cause I'm a joke. I'm a joker. But I think that, like, to me, this is gonna hit harder than Stray Dogs in that it will be like more in your face action.
Yeah.
And, definitely I could see it like a Walking Dead kind of universe thing. Like I could definitely see it something like that.
I'm gonna
The
be
Stray Dogs universe.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
obviously Stray Dogs universe. But like
I'm gonna be the arrogant dick in the room who's already managed to read a fair amount of this stuff, and it is incredible stuff. And
I
look,
just love that it's different.
and not just because Trish is below me here, but I'm gonna say this. I said it last week. I'm gonna say it again. I followed most of her work, almost everything that she's done, other than the pony shit. And
Sure.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
This is the most dynamic work I've seen from you. It's clear how invested you are in what you're doing, how much you love these characters that you've created, their expressions, their emotions, their situations, all the things you put them in. I mean, look, I loved the art in Stray Dogs, don't get me wrong, but this blows it away. It really does. And the story is, while it should appeal to a similar audience, it is not the same in any way. It's this open world sort of like anything could come at these characters at any time from anywhere. It's danger all around all the time. I'm already hooked and wanting more of it. So from a non-creator of the book who's managed to see a bunch of it, I think you should all be really, really excited to get your paws on this one.
Very good one.
But I think everybody will like it. Like, I want to try and fit. Like, my dream is to fit as many cat memes as I can into this book somehow. So, like, because why not? I know that we'll have people writing in, and we'll have our little. If you remember in the back of Stray Dogs, we had the people could send in pictures of their dog and write us notes and stuff. We'll have that again for this. I can't wait to see what people send. Because I'm an animal lover anyway, and I know Tony is too. He showed me some cats that he found in his yard, that live under his house. So we're both. I'm trying to trick a neighborhood feral cat into like living in my driveway.
I can see that.
I'm like out there, he came just as I was having a little mouse problem because it's getting cold here in Baltimore. So the mice are trying to come in, and I'm like, you little heathens, you stay outside. So I'm trying to lure this neighborhood cat to live in my driveway and catch all the mice. I'm out there like putting like chicken out there in the driveway. Come live in my driveway. Eat these mice.
You get the cat so spoiled it's not going to chase after the mice or the
this
rats.
Dumb lady's going to give me chicken, so I don't need to chase mice. Yeah, exactly. But we're cat lover. I mean, I had cats growing up, and me and my sisters, we had a fat calico that we all named KP, which was short for Kitty Puss, because we were 5-year-olds and we named her Kitty Puss. Found her in a tree. But like most cats, like dogs, you get them from somewhere. Like dogs, you'll get them from a shelter, you'll get them from a breeder, or you'll get them from a store. You'll get them from somewhere. Cats you find in the freaking trash, or like you find them living in like a dumpster or in a field. The cats are found. I feel like cats don't come from anywhere. They just come from like the garbage.
Unless you're me and you buy Persians every time.
Oh well, I'm a Maine Coon girl. I think those things are beautiful.
Yeah, some of us are bougie cat owners.
But I have like
because they're hypoallergenic.
So. Yes.
I did get that Star Wars cover from Wiki Fanatic.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay.
Is that why Wookiee knew what it was? Because it has a Wookiee on it?
Yeah.
It's it has that old Dark Horse feel to it, which I dig. That sort of Dave Dorman-y kind of feel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered that. But
I love a background that's kind of like red and fiery too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
With the like blue lightsaber.
Yeah, that's good. I think I like
give
the
us
fire.
give us a little bit more detail about. So, how many issues is Feral?
I believe we're planned for 10,
Okay.
but the first arc is almost done. We're hoping to have that out or have it all done before the first issue comes out, so we can be working on, the second arc while the first issue is coming out. It's it's gonna be wild, and if it goes well, then maybe it'll go longer. Like
Woo!
you know,
Oh, you can get extended.
yes. See, look, we've already
Yes.
got an interested cat party. But yeah, hopefully, and I'm drawing all kinds of stuff in this book, not just cats. So like, you're out in the world, there's, something as simple as like I even drew a little bunny, and like little bunny could have rabies and try to kill you. It's wild.
Just
Like,
such a sweet story, everyone. It's a
this is what you will tell your children when they go to bed at night. I mean, depending on how cool your kid is.
Dale will read it.
I'll be like, look at this cute bunny. Why is it angry? I like it.
He'll prefer the bad parts. We watched Lord of the Rings, some of it the other night, and he's like, Where's all the bad stuff?
Well, the orcs. He's looking for orcs.
You want it
But
all,
yeah,
right?
it's going to be great. I think, I think that a lot of people will like it. I think the action is it's less subtle. It's more in your face.
Yeah.
I
would like to see a Pink Panther cover, kind of like with like the paw prints everywhere, with the cat paw prints, and they're all bloody.
Oh, what a great idea!
I pitched a cat riding a Roomba, but the cat is evil. Like cat riding on a Roomba,
that's great.
In the darkness, and he's got these big red eyes.
He's pushing the mice in front of the Roomba.
Yeah. Like any of the memes, just evil. Like the lady pointing at that cat that's making the face, but the cat's just a zombie.
That one I sent you today with the cat crawling into the fishbowl.
Yep. Only maybe it's a skull or something, Like anything like that. I freaking love cat memes. They make my day better. So, if I can fit as many of them into any issue as we possibly can, it will be great. I mean, I'm not going to give away story details just because, be prepared. It's great. But I'm drawing like stuff that I never thought I'd ever draw. So, and Tone's really setting the environments up. I'm adding some details to those and taking away other details and adding details to the characters when they come back from colors, and, designing each character as each issue kind of comes out. So, or as each script comes to me, I'm like, oh, we need a, furious mouse, or, whatever. So it's going to be cool. Cat people. Oh, we have, I think we have one in the works. Hang on. Got to check my notes here. I think we have one in the works. Cat people. I had never heard of it, but I'd seen the movie poster and I was like, oh, that might work. Hang on.
Hi, Leslie.
Let's see if I have one. That one's finished. When we get off camera, I'll show you.
Freaking big rock. It's all somebody's got a background.
No, I don't have cat people, but your backgrounds are rotating. I don't have cat people, but I'll let Tony know. We'll put that one in the rotation.
Eye, right?
Yeah, I have Cat's Eye in the mix.
Cool.
I drew this like raccoon. He looks kind of wild. As the little troll guy at the corner. It's gonna be neat. I love that people will get. I think people will get excited again. Because it's just kind of a cool juxtaposition. Innocent characters in a wild situation. But they're cats, and some people aren't cat people. Some people hate cats. So somebody said, like, I don't like cats, but I'll still read this. And I'm like, it's not to like. Cats
Don't
are
worry,
awesome.
a lot of fucked up shit happens to the cats.
Oh, no!
Jeez. Oh, you might have just convinced the cat haters.
The cat haters. I won't give away any details, but still.
So, like when I was talking about it early on, I'm like, you know how like in Stray Dogs, like the dogs were innocent, they didn't know what they were. They had dog brains. But like I feature cats, like cats remember everything. Cats are just like, they hold grudges. They're insanely intolerant of people not treating them like royalty. So what,
It's so true.
Except be careful what you wish for, because I can't get this one to not be up my ass all the time.
Pet me.
Yeah, I think I think people will be excited again, for a cool original story that could go on for a long time. Like everybody said, like, make Stray Dogs like an ongoing series forever. And I'm like, how long do you want us to torture these poor dogs in this house? Like, and people would legitimately like come for us if we like really took any of them out, other than, poor Victor, RIP. So I feel like, with cats, people are less likely to feel that way because I feel like cats could actually defend themselves out in the world.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. My arm has felt it plenty of times.
You don't hear about like packs of feral dogs out there, but you do see, colonies of feral cats.
Well, in different
Only
countries.
Other countries, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mexico, Philippines, they were, yeah.
Well, true. That's true. You're right. A lot of like countries have dogs just living in the streets, but not here per se. I would say, not like here in the States.
Not for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
People love dogs here.
Oh my gosh! But I mean, like, I'm an equal opportunity animal lover, so I'm treating it more as like these are characters in a style that I can draw, and I can act well with them. So, I think it's good. I think everybody will like it. March 27th, y'all. Wait till you get them. Well, I'll post when there's order numbers available, or when there's book number or whatever they assign it for the publisher. The number that you have to pre-order.
As well.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Trish, for a little preview there. Jeff, do you want to close it out?
Yeah, man. We give thanks again, Trish, for being on our show 2 times in a row.
Woo-hoo. Anytime.
I can't wait to read Feral. Can't wait till it comes out, and we all have something to look forward to next year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's give a shout out again to our sponsors. We got Cover Price, so you can get unlimited cover price for 30 days for only 99 cents if you type in the code NERDVANA14. And then you got Bird City Comics, so you can go pick up some books from them if you can get 10% off that purchase with TNH10. And then you've got DisplayGeek.com. Go get your protectors for your toys, your video games, and you get 10% off your first purchase with the code teamnerdherd. And Mike, what's going on with the, Cover Fire and all that good stuff, sir?
Cover Fire happening tomorrow, as always.
Yeah, I don't have anything coming out this week, so I'm not going to win.
No, and there might. I'm toying with there being no winner this week.
Oh, Snapples!
What?
Yep.
Oh boy!
Because nothing deserves it really. There's one possibility, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For right now, there's not. There are a lot of good covers though, so it's a good week. Cover Tunes is still on hiatus and will be definitely through the holidays. I'm going to try to bring it back at least in some limited form in January or February. That is an old article that I used to write about a half a year ago, and then 4 years of it. So there's 215 issues of it. If you want to go back and check that out on random topics of all kinds, if you're so interested, that's on CBSI, comicbookinvest.com. Go check it out. It's free. It's fun. I love to comment back to people who comment. So by all means, chat away.
Yes. Please interact with Mike. He loves it.
I do. I really do. It's why I do it. I like talking to all you guys about what I missed and what I screwed up, and don't necessarily like my typos pointed out, but otherwise,
It's there and not there.
I mean, come on, I'm going to make typos. I'm going to, I do this for free. We don't get paid at all over there. So I do it because I love it. And, try not to be too harsh on me if you can help it.
And then Trish, I think someone wants to know, are there any black cats?
My cats are kind of all over the spectrum right now.
You have cats on the spectrum?
Well,
that's inclusive.
Colors. Yeah. They're all different colors, but all natural colors. I've got a calico. We've got, one cat that's like a barn cat. It's kind of gray and white, natural colors. Nothing wild. No purple cats, no rainbow cats.
Well, we still can't wait, so that's
I mean, unless I find some frou-frou cat that gets dyed, Because you know how some people do.
Yes.
We did give Wampa a mohawk once, and we dyed it purple.
Aw, see?
That's a little different, though.
Poor Wampa.
Yeah. It's when we lived in New York, so, he sort of needed to be Brooklyn punk.
He had to fit in.
Poor guy.
He's got to have some personality.
There's pictures of it somewhere. I don't know. Poor guy.
Hey, they had Wookie. You said you don't hate cats. You just always own dogs. You just wish they lived longer. They came out with some pill or some injection recently that makes cats live to 30.
What?
Yeah, because apparently cats die from chronic kidney disease because cats are chronically dehydrated.
Oh, wow.
So they've come out with an injection in 2025. You'll be able to give an injection to your cat that'll reverse that shit. Stop it from happening.
It's funny.
So I will live forever.
I've always had these Persians that are supposed to have a lifespan of 6 to 8 years. And my first one lived to be 18. And my two current ones are 12 and 10, respectively.
Holy crap.
So
my cats all lived into their 20s. So, and they were just cats we found in the alley.
Yeah.
So,
You know what that says to me? That says that you guys treat them like royalty.
I do. I really do love cats, and I love mine specifically. And they never go without. Let's put it that way.
KP could rent a car before she died. I mean, she was an old girl. She didn't have no teeth. She was like a bowling ball with legs. But
I'm just picturing this.
Oh,
I modeled one of the cats after her, but she's way cuter in the comic.
Well, at least there's a shout out.
yeah.
My chronically old bowling ball.
It's hysterical.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you guys all so much. Who wants to? Oh, yeah. Sir, our disclaimer.
Oh, no. Trish has to do it. It's her.
Oh.
She's the OG.
No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast. Yeah, no more this time. We were pretty good.
We were pretty nice this week.
For the most part.
David Nakayama, or not David Nakayama.
David Zardy might have got a hurt.
Yeah. And Tao may want to check his behind, but otherwise.
If you were an incentive cover artist that used to do store exclusives.
Yeah.
Check your baggage.
Oh, God. All right, Big Rob, before we get in trouble, you want to take us out?
Who, me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'm in a different world. Okay. If you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for life.
Peace out, everyone.